This week was a little bit of a long week. Wasn't able to get to the car as much as I wanted to. It's really late. It's one of those nights where I am laying around, getting ready for bed, and just thought, I'm not tired. Might as well go work on the car until I can't. So to do that, I got a lot of check boxes to get through tonight on this project. I want to get the shocks changed out. I don't know how to do the rear shocks. I took the nuts off, then I lost them in my pile of stuff, and they still won't come out. So I'm going to remove the wheels and kind of look and see if I need to unscrew some bolts. I'll do the front ones real quick while it's up in the air. Then I'll get the wheels back on, snug them up, and then I can get everything out from underneath the car. And when I get it down on the ground, it will help me clean up my mess. Remember, it's 2022 cleanup after yourself year. I clearly have not been doing that. Gotten better. And then I will be able to put the engine, what I forgot to do last time was torque the engine. So I'll torque the oil pan, torque the timing cover, drop the engine in, line up the OptiSpark, put on the harmonic balancer, put on the water pump, put on the alternator, and then maybe go to bed. So let's start with the shocks. So get these bad boys off real quick. Maybe if I get it from there, I can push it off that way. Does that look like a 5/8? This is a 5/8. You guys should be really impressed. Huh? I don't know what's happening. Maybe that needs to be compressed or something. I don't know. Look at those rotors. They're rusty. They want to be driven. Look at that. Those are pretty good. Glad I'm changing them. Hopefully they work, because I just ruined the box. Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Dumb. That was dumb. Had no idea they were that bad. Okay. Came out. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Look at it. I can believe it. That was dumb to say. That seems to happen a lot. Shocks are dead. Here's what I won't do this time. Screw it up. You can kind of see what I was doing. So I cut it and let it expand. Whoa! And oh yeah, stop, dude. Here's what I need to do. Shut the heater off. It's blowing my face off. Rear shocks were not only quick, but also a success. So the front are held in at the top. They come through and are held in up there by one bolt, and it's on a long shaft. On the bottom, it's a different story. It's in like a cradle. So this nut comes out and this nut comes out, and then the shock drops out the bottom. Oh, I forgot this magic trick. That's a 9/16, but you have to hold the top with a wrench. So you can't just zip them off. I think it's a 1/4 inch or the top. Yeah, so a 1/4 inch is the top. The bottom is this. You just gotta hold them. Underneath, on the top, you have this little rubber gasket and then a washer. You also have that on the bottom. So the rubber pinches or sandwiches the arm. So when you pull that shock out, you're going to have this. Put the hard washer on first, the rubber bushing mount, and then it shoves up into the controlling arm, and then this is rubber, and then that's metal, and it will sandwich that. How about that? Let's see, the oil pan bolts are 80 inch-pound. So this would be a lot easier if the engine was upside down. I will say that. My arms are going to be very much depleted by the time this is over. Uno. Y. Dos. Oh my goodness. This is the longest bolt ever. Starter's in. So it looks like to me, I'm probably gonna need a new starter. I don't know for sure, but if I were a gambling man. So the timing chain is 106. It's 10 plus 11, 106. Move it around. So that one's done. So there's a puddle of that. Okay, now it is time to grab the engine. No, it looks like I gotta unscrew this thing. Still not fully understanding what's happening. That came out. Now I'm gonna need a back transplant. Let's see if this falls on my feet. Right, so what I want to do is put it in the right way. Yeah? It seemed like the first time I just accidentally got it into where it needs to be. Why isn't that working this time? No, don't push the car. I want it up there. Oh, snap. What was that? We have limited amount of time. So it looks like I've run into a little bit of a debacle. I have, maybe a quarter of an inch that the hole is not all the way through, so it's only getting to like half of the bolt. And I'm not really sure what's gone on, but I've learned in my life lessons that I've been trained, you gotta take a break today when it's not going right. Don't force it, and kind of pause. And that's where I'm at now. Not been a lot of video on this, mainly because I've had to probably edit 40 minutes of swear words out of it. But what I've run into is, so I bought these engine mounts for a 75, which was for the old engine, the L48. And the mounts that come off of the frame are like arms, and then the mounts mount over those. Well, these are really wide, and the rubber is really thin, so I don't know how much they're gonna cushion, number one. Number two, I didn't pay enough attention to them. I just kind of took them out of the box and bolted them on. I bought them here locally. I bought them for an old small block Chevy for this car, and I just assumed they'd be okay. For some reason, they're just not wide enough. So the proper thing to do is to pause and rest. I got to get my blood pressure down before I start intentionally breaking things. And then try again tomorrow. And I'll have a little bit longer day tomorrow to look at things. Probably best that I do that.